let's see. I used white thread. You can barely see that. If it was orange, the right color, it would blend in, wouldn't it? You wouldn't know. So the stitches on this side, can you really tell where they are? Not very well. So our concept is you're going to come out of the fold that you pressed first. You're going to take a little tiny stitch right below it, and then you're going to slide your needle up through the fold, and you do that every time. If I make my needle go way up high, that's going to drag down and have a great big white part, and that's not going to be very good. So our concept is to make it a slip stitch so that it slips in between there and you don't see it. It's invisible. Hand stitching should blend in with your product and should not be seen. So the first thing I have to do is to hide my needle, or my knot. So I'm going to fold back this, and I'm going to insert my needle so it comes out of my fold. And then I'm going to pull that tight. And so my knot, I can't see it on my right side, I can't see it on this side. It's caught and hidden in between that crease. Then I'm going to take because it comes out of the fold, I'm going to take a little tiny itty bitty stitch. And when I say a little itty bitty stitch, I mean a little tiny itty bitty stitch. Even that one's too big. I need to pick it up. I should pick up one, maybe two threads of my bottom fabric, and then I come over here and I take a stitch. It's going to be one continuous from this point to there. So there's two parts to each stitch, and it should come through the crease. When I do that, the distance between these can't be any bigger than the nail on my pinky finger. And then I'm going to pull this down. It makes like a backwards check mark. Can you see that stitch? It's gone, right? Because the thread is slipped. You can't see it. How about there? No. So let's do the next stitch. So it comes out of the crease, correct? Out of that fold. And I take my stitch right directly below it, little tiny itty bitty one, because that's the one that's going to show on the right side. If I take a big stitch, it's going to show. And then I go through my fold. I pull this down. Again, see how it disappears? And I don't see it on this side hardly. If I was using a blending thread, you wouldn't see that red. So I'll do one more. So where it comes out of the crease, I take a stitch right below it. Not down here. I take it right below it. Not to the right or the left either. And I shouldn't take more than two threads of the fabric. And then I go through the crease. I don't go clear up here. If I do that, it would draw a long, great big line. It would show. So I go through that crease. Can't be any wider than the nail on my pinky finger. And I pull it. That's what it should look like.